Hey guys, I'm Teresa and this is obviously my channel, and I'm here with a little sewing tutorial today. Something a little bit different that I don't normally do on my channel, but who knows, maybe going forward I'll do some more of these. So like down below if you end up liking this video or you want more tutorials so that I know that I should be making them. So anyways, what I want to do this tutorial on is threading a sewing machine, but more specifically threading a tiny sewing machine.
These type of machines almost look like a toy, and it may seem like a joke that I'm showing you how to thread such a simplistic machine, but actually this is a machine that I actually do use and recommend. Not all the time. The machine that I love and I always use on my sewing live streams and stuff is actually a Genome, but I travel a lot. I'm a flight attendant, and I bring this little itty bitty machine with me when I'm flying, or if I have to go somewhere to meet go somewhere to meet with a client and do a fitting, and I think I might have to make some alterations while I'm there. This machine has been very trusted for me. The one downfall I will say for it is, again, it is a very simplistic machine, and I really have not had any luck with trying to sew knits on it. I think part of the reason that I never have a good time or luck, what am I saying? I feel like I don't have luck when I'm sewing knits is because I like to sew knits with woolly nylon. I feel like it 100% of the time comes out with good results, but putting woolly nylon thread in the bobbin in this machine, the machine just can't handle it. I don't know what it is about it, but it just always ends up a train wreck and just a big heap of knots. So I don't recommend using woolly nylon on this machine, and I honestly don't recommend trying to sew knits on this machine. It jumps around a lot. For someone who likes to sew fast, you will struggle with, you have to kind of hold the machine down a little bit when you're trying to sew thicker fabrics or sew as quickly as possible. But again, if you are a beginner sewer, true beginner, you're just learning, or you have a young child that's learning how to sew, or has sewed for a while, but it's their first time truly sewing on their own, or like me, you need to travel, you need something to just make quick alterations and stuff, because most of the time when I'm doing alterations, they're going to be on, most of the time they're woven fabrics, and also they tend to be, I'm currently filming a video, sorry for the interruption. So, usually, what I was saying is, usually if I'm doing alterations, it's on woven fabric, or, it's just a straight line. So, like I said, it tends to be pretty good for me, even when I'm just sewing while I'm traveling, if I bring a project with me, I'm just, thoughtful of the fact that, not to bring a knit project with me, because it just struggles. That's the downfall. But besides that, we're still going to learn how to thread this machine. And if you do know how to sew knits on this machine, definitely leave me some ideas in the description, because I would love to be able to do that. It hasn't worked out for me in the past.
As far as this machine goes, it is very, very simplistic. It has 12 different stitch types. It has a little reverse lever. Reverse lever. The tension thing is right next to the tension. And then the turn dial on the front of the machine, can't really speak. The turn dial on the front of the machine is just to change your stitch type. So right here, we are actually going to go to stitch type number 1. Let's not mess around. We just want it, something really basic. So that's a straight line.
And then with the machine, it comes with a couple different feet and stuff. Let's see, there's a drawer on the side. And I've kept in the drawer what actually comes with the machine, I think. So it comes with a couple extra sewing needles, which is great. Always keep them in there. I could be lying. Those could be that I put those in there because I would travel with this machine. And I think it comes with one of these. If it doesn't, I'm sorry, but you can get these from any sort of, this is to thread the needle. You can use it for hand needles or machine needle. I don't usually have luck with this, but I'm going to try to show you how to use one of these threaders in this tutorial, because a lot of people do struggle with threading the sewing machine. So if we can find a way to make it easier for you guys, I'd love to do that. So we have a couple different feet here. This is a zipper foot. And I'm just going to leave those in the drawer, because you don't even ask about it. I'm just letting you know. This little machine comes with quite a few things. If you do see the back of my machine, I don't know if I will show, but if you do end up seeing it, there is where the red spool is. There is glue, because I broke mine off because I was shoving my suitcase, and so I have found for traveling, I have to wedge one of these little claws where the spool of thread goes when I'm putting it in my suitcase, and keep a spool of thread on it, because one time I did not have anything kind of filling that area, and the spool holder broke off, and I wasn't able to use my machine while I was traveling. So that's the thread I was able to have glue back on, and it's still good.
So anyways, now we are going to thread this machine. That is all this video is about. I don't know why I've been talking so much, but let's get to it. In order to thread it, let's just set it up so it's ready to go, because if we're threading it, we're probably going to use it. This is the foot. On this machine, you technically don't even need this, which is also crazy and kind of awesome. But since I'm used to using a traditional sewing machine, I need this foot because it feels very, very weird to not use it. It feels like I have no control over what is happening when I'm just using a button. So we plug it in the back, put it on the ground, and then we have the plug. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plug the plug into the outlet right here, and we're gonna plug that part in as well. Okay, and that is how you know you are using one of these little tiny machines, because like I said, you don't even need, I didn't have my foot on the pedal or anything. If you have, down at the bottom it says off, L and H, and I'm pretty sure it's low speed, high speed. And so if you flick it to L or H, the machine just runs. And so like if you're doing a really long straight stitch, you don't even need to put your foot on the pedal. I honestly hate this. I don't even know why this is an option. And if you love this, let me know down below, because I would love to know why you love it. For me, it feels like I have no control over the machine, and I would rather have my foot on the pedal and be able to remove my foot, you know, as if I'm like driving, instead of just having like it just go, because then I kind of like, in my mind is brainwashed to know like when you want to stop the machine, lift your foot off the pedal. Whereas like here, if you want to stop the machine, you have to turn the switch to off. It's way too crazy for me. So, but for traveling, if you don't want to bring one other thing and you don't want to bring the pedal, I guess that could be great for you. Let's get to threading this machine. So I'm going to take the bobbin first thing, and I am going to make sure it is in front of my face, hold it in front of your face, and make sure that you are spinning it counterclockwise. So for, at least for me, what I'm looking at is counterclockwise. Take your thread while it's like this, going in the right direction, place it directly into the bobbin holder, and then you can go ahead and leave your cover off for now, which obviously we had to take the cover off to do that, but okay. And you're going to go ahead and now take your thread, and I have just a little tiny white thread. On this machine, it is easier to use the little spools of thread. Otherwise, you have to like connect it a different way. So I'm taking a little spool of white thread. I am sticking it on this where it goes. And now I am going to actually, this is so simple for almost any sewing machine nowadays. They give you little markings all throughout the machine that you just have to follow. So just pay attention, and you can literally just follow the directions that the machine gives you. So you're gonna pull the thread over to, there's like a little plastic bit, and there's a small circular knob. So if you look at the directions on your machine, which if you have one of these machines, most likely has directions on it, it's going to have a number 1, and it's going to show you that it's supposed to go around just one time, make an L with the thread around the little knob right there. Then look down your machine, and there will actually be a number 2, right, it's making like a U-turn symbol, and it's straight under, like if you follow this thread straight down. So you're just gonna follow that with your thread, and you're gonna make a U-turn. Then you're gonna have this metal knob that's sticking out of the machine. If it is not sticking out of the machine, that means that your needle is down. You're just gonna turn this wheel. Always turn the wheel only to yourself so that you don't loosen anything in the machine. So you always turn in the direction of yourself. So turn the wheel if you need to, if the little metal object isn't sticking out. And this is number 3. You see the 3 kind of over to the side. So if you don't know what that means, it means it wants you to take your thread and stick it through the hole that is in that little metal object that is now sticking out of the machine. Make sure that your thread is still around the part where it has a little U-turn symbol underneath the plastic. Make sure it doesn't like pop out at all. Now the next thing, it shows a 4 in a line going straight down. So just follow the thread straight down past that little thing where it says a 4, and you are going to see that there is a little metal, another one of these like little metal parts that are sticking out, and it has a perfect hole that the metal makes. And you're going to stick your thread through that hole. Just stick your thread right through that hole. If you have any trouble sticking your thread through the hole, just go ahead and clean the edge of your thread by cutting it off a little bit. I got it through okay, but I do feel like in order to thread the needle, I am going to trim that off. Then the next thing you're going to do is thread your needle. So you're just going to go ahead, stick your clean thread. Make sure you trim the edge of the thread so that's perfect so that you can get it through the needle. Mine went through no problem, but I'm going to take it out and I just want to show you what it's like to use one of these threaders, which honestly, this might be a learning experience for the both of us because I do not normally use one of these, but I know it might help some people, so I'm pretty sure.
What you do is you take I want you to be able to see it. So you take the threader and you put your thread through it, and then once your thread is through it, it's kind of like looped around it, you hold the wires together like this, stick them through, and pull to get the thread through. Is that how you do it? I have no idea how you do it. I could be completely wrong on this. I don't know. No, maybe you just hold it. Like maybe just stick it through. I have no idea. I've never like used one of these in my life. I was just thinking this might be easier for some people. Well. Alright, you know what? I give up on that. Leave a comment down below if you know how to use one of these threaders, or if you have a video tutorial on how to do one of those threaders, because that is supposed to make it easier for people that can't see very well. I can see perfectly fine, and my fingers are kind of small, so it's not hard for me to just thread the needle. I'm sorry for anyone that is struggling right now because I can't help you on how to use this. I don't know how to use it.
So, okay, now we have our needle threaded, and oh, my thread is just sticking out in one little place. Make sure when you look, take a moment, look at the front of your machine, look at the plastic areas. The thread should be behind all the plastic. It shouldn't be like slipping over the top or anything, so just make sure it's all perfect. And now you're gonna go ahead and slide your thread underneath the presser foot, which is this little thing right here, and just get it out of the way. Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this thread from the bobbin, hold it in your hand over to the side. Now, make sure you have enough extra thread coming out of the thread that you put through the needle as well. Turn turn your handle over here towards you. Just slowly while you watch the thread in the bobbin. You're going to see the thread start coming around the bobbin. It's catching right now and you are watching it to catch. And now lift on. You're just going to, once you've seen that it caught, don't put it through again. Start pulling on this and see if you can pull out. I usually take my little scissors or something that I have and I pull the bobbin thread out. When you're done, you should have 2 threads like this. If when you're done, your thread is like this, kind of like all on top of your presser foot, you don't want to sew like that. That's going to get all knotted up and messy. So you're going to take your thread and you're going to stick it underneath the presser foot like that. And then you are all set to sew. So you're going to go ahead and slide your cover on. And you're going to take a piece of fabric because we want to make sure we did this right. We don't want to ruin anything. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the presser foot down. It's this little lever over here behind the foot. And we're going to turn the needle so that also goes into the fabric. So it's totally in place. And again, make sure you are on number 1 so you have the correct stitch type. And now you are going to, if you're like me, you're going to just press on the foot that you have on the ground, on the foot pedal, and you're going to try it out. If you want to go backwards and see if the reverse is working, go ahead and flick this little knob on the front of the machine. Alrighty. So now let's check it. I have a lot of stitches going on right here, so it's probably going to be hard for you to tell if it's a nice stitch. But actually, I probably should have thought about that ahead of time, that it's very hard for you to tell which stitch I just did. But I don't have any bad stitches, so that's right there. I'm going to actually do it one more time just so you can see it. I'm going to do one right over on the very, very edge so that you can see how nice this stitch is coming out. Again, I'm using the pedal because that's how I'm comfortable. You can use the L switch and the H switch if that's better for you. And I did a little reverse. And if the needle is down, you're just going to turn this handle over here towards you, the little wheel. Sorry, I don't know all the terms for everything. I don't know why. I just don't care to. Okay, so trim this off. And there you go. Stitch I did is the one at the very, very top right here. And also over here, but that's kind of like jumbled in with the rest of them. So it's this one right across the top. And I just keep this little patch with my machine so I can always check. But yeah, so it came out really good, really straight. There's no issues on the back side either. So that is how you thread the bobbin, not the bobbin, thread the whole machine, the bobbin and the top thread on one of these little tiny machines. And yeah, let me know if that was helpful at all or if you want any other type of tutorials. And I will see you again tomorrow. Also, if you're new to this channel, I am posting for 60 days straight. I think I'm around day 30 right now. And my friend Mora Mitchell is the whole reason I'm doing it. So go ahead and check out her channel. Her link is always in the description because she is also posting for 60 days straight. And she actually started about a day before me. So thank you guys so much for joining. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.